Those who advocate co-governance have a tendency to be disturbingly positive. They constantly tell us how exciting co-governance is. They tell us we should be excited, they do not tell us why. They think simply telling us this over and over again will make us support these bad policies. It is like they think sheer excitement will compensate for the total lack of good arguments for their proposals. To provide an example,
Professor Jacinta Ruru, and I began by asking her to define co-governance.
So I think co-governance is this amazing opportunity that we have here in Aotearoa, New Zealand, to more formally enable a partnership between Māori and everyone else in this country. So He Puapua is, I think, it's some incredible work that builds on the work of the Waitangi Tribunal over many, many years to become more respectful of their Indigenous peoples. And that's all He Puapua is about. And I think that's super exciting for every one of us in this country.
But is it democratic?
Yeah, I fundamentally do think it is. I think realising a commitment to Te Tiriti o Waitangi, I think, is a really positive, amazing move for all of us as New Zealanders. It gives us all as New Zealanders a much firmer place. So an opportunity, I think, to open up those kind of conversations is, I think, an amazing opportunity for us as a country. A compliance with Te Tiriti o Waitangi, a realising of an opportunity to grow joint decision making, to grow the tino rangatiratanga sphere in this country is going to result in amazing positive things for our country, that we're all going to be so much more confident in who we are. We're going to have at our decision making tables Māori knowledge.
this is just one example, but you will see this kind of behaviour a lot. These people seem to think that pretending this pathetic policy is super exciting will trick people into supporting it. It is very weird. A while ago, one of my viewers referred to this as toxic positivity. Forgive me for forgetting which one. I think that this is an excellent term. Many on the left are incapable of questioning or criticising ideas that are deemed to be progressive. They will mindlessly embrace them. They will never criticise other leftists for anything. It is very bad for the intellectual health of the left because such conduct requires intellectual dishonesty. It requires us to lie to ourselves and silence our critical capacities. I mean, just look at the unjustified toxic mindless positivity on display in this video. It is like these people don't even know what they are being positive about. They are very excited and tell us we should be too, but we never get a proper reason as to why. They sound like members of a cult. There is this moronic view that co-governance will solve all of our problems. I do not understand how. How is having a separate Maori parliament going to solve anything? It would make our society more divided, it would mean more bureaucracy and more taxes. It would mean constant conflict between competing authorities. Those who think it would do good usually have a delusional noble savage type view of Maori. They think Maori leadership is great because Maori will always look out for other Maori and the environment. Of course, this is just a lie. If this was true, how do you explain elite Maori getting extremely rich from the fisheries industry, while the bulk of the Maori population remains poor? Maori leaders do not always serve the interests of Maori broadly. Just look at Winston Peters, David Seymour, and Shane Jones. There is also class hierarchy within Maori society. For a number of decades, we have pursued this false approach. We have assumed that giving more wealth and power to Maori elites and iwi will fix things for Maori. The elites have gotten richer and more powerful by a massive margin. But the hideous inequalities are as alive as ever. Almost like rich Maori elites don't necessarily care about poor urbanised Maori. What we know does work is bold pro-worker anti-poverty policy. In the past, this has reduced inequality. And this is a lot more electorally viable too. This is the approach that we should be excited about. We shouldn't be handing out more power to elites. We should be introducing pro-worker, anti-poverty policy that uplifts those who desperately need help. Co-governance is a doomed policy agenda that plays into the hand of the right. We must abandon it and return to a bold, pragmatic, pro-worker policy platform.